Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually coming to you guys with a different kind of video. It's going to be kind of like a hot or not. Is it worth the buy? Is it not? So I'm going to be doing a couple of these videos, probably a few of these videos, as I get to try out more and more products from a brand. If it's a brand that has a multitude of products from skincare to, eyes, lips, whatever, I will be trying it out, testing it out, and letting you guys know. But I'm actually going to be starting off with the Latina series, and I'm going to do black owned, and then I'm going to do indie brands and stuff like that, and then in between I will work out some regular brands that I have, some well-known brands. So I hope you guys like that idea. Let me know down below if you guys have any suggestions of makeup brands that you want me to try out or kind of focus on. So for today's video, it's actually going to be Nuance by Salma Hayek, or Salma Hayek's Nuance Makeup. Her cosmetic line is actually really beautiful. You can find it at CVS, which is exclusive to CVS, and on her website at salmahayek.com. All the links will be down below, along with my Latina owned makeup brands tutorial, which I showcased pretty much all these products, and I tried not to give you guys too much in depth on it, but I did. You know how I am. I gotta let you guys know how I feel about the makeup while I'm wearing it. So I got to try out these products for the last 3 weeks, almost a month, and I got to try them out at least every other day, full face, trying out all the products. I tried out the products with different items, just to see how they work with other items. And overall, I'm going to give you guys my review of what I think of each individual product. I wanted to review it because in reality, I don't think I've seen any reviews on the Nuance cosmetic product. So I'm actually just going to go dive in and let you guys know what I think of each and every product that I have here. The first thing I'm going to get started with, since it's in my hand, I'm going to be talking about the Salma Hayek Nuance Flawless Finish Liquid Foundation. It says it has skin adapting technologies. Overall, this foundation is actually not a bad foundation. It's very light to medium coverage. I do not recommend building this up because you can end up looking a little cakey. It is a light foundation. It's like not a super light, but it is a really watery consistency. I will pump some out, and it's actually a nice creamy consistency, but it is like creamy. Like, it's not like very hard or anything like that. So as you guys can see, it looks a little light, and if you guys saw my video, it was pale. The shade that I have here is Light Warm 270, and I think she only has, I want to say, like 6 shades. Now this foundation isn't wow pow. It ranges for about, I want to say, $13. It comes in a pump, a glass bottle, which I think is beautiful. I love when they take the time to make something, packaged wise, really pretty. Let's be honest, most of us appeal to things that look really good in our eyes. So the packaging is absolutely wonderful. The pump is great. It comes with a cap. It's glass. It's beautiful. Now the shade range on this can use some work. This right here is very, very fair. It does oxidize just a slight bit on me, so it makes it workable. But most of her shades are coming off very pink, very like, I don't know, peachy pink shades. I swatched a few because for some reason in that store, everyone just was going at it and opening the bottles, and you can see like foundation leaking through it and stuff like that. So I recommend going to one that carries the entire line. It's probably one of the 24-hour ones. Those are really, really good. This foundation is not bad. I do recommend it for someone that has dry skin, but that's looking for something that's not like harsh coverage. This is very light to medium coverage. It is beautiful. It does say that it minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines while delivering a radiant glow. This to me was more of a satin style finish foundation. I do recommend setting it with a powder because it does leave a little tackiness behind. It doesn't fully set. I have dry to normal skin, and this was more of a satin finish to me. So I guess it's all depending on what kind of skin type you have. But it's not a bad product, but it's not something that I would go back and repurchase. Next thing I have here is one of the lipsticks. This one is in the shade Terracotta, and this is called the True Color Moisture Rich lipstick. Is about $7. The color is beautiful. It's a beautiful nude. If you like the cream sheen lipsticks from MAC, this is a lipstick that you would enjoy. It's very moisturizing. It leaves a sheen on the lips. I have foundation on my hand. The color is absolutely beautiful. On me though, I did not like it. I prefer a matte or a very rich satin finish on the lips. Rarely do I go for a sheen style lipstick. It has the most wonderful minty scent, which I love. I feel like lipsticks should have, anything that goes on the lips should not smell like flowers. I love the minty scents because it's almost refreshing. It helps plumps the lips a little bit. So I do quite enjoy it. Anyway, I do recommend this lipstick if you love the like cream sheen style lipsticks, something beautiful and supple. I do recommend maybe putting a lip liner on it because this bled out onto my lip line, which rarely happens to me, but for some reason it happened while I was wearing this lipstick. I wore it on days that I didn't have makeup on. I really love the moisturizing effects on it. It's really a beautiful lipstick. It's just not my cup of tea. So the next thing I picked up, this is the Flawless Finish Blur Perfecting Primer. It's got Tepich Huite, can't pronounce that word, and ginger root. She makes sure that in this line that she includes ingredients that, you know, her family has used. This right here has no parabens, no fragrances. This is actually a good pore minimizing primer. It does have dimethicone. It's the first ingredient. It is a clear primer. I used it only for the center of my face because the moment I take it onto the cheeks, it just kind of is a little bit more drying. It is very thick and rich, so you do not need much at all. And it just kind of finishes off into like a powdery finish. It feels very, very soft. This is really good. Like primers like this I loved using after I would moisturize and then apply, let the moisturizer sit and absorb, and then apply something like this just so that my skin can look a little bit more smoother, almost like blurred. It's very similar to the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. So if you like this primer, this is your go-to. This is actually a really good dupe for it in a sense. So the next thing is the Natural Definition Tinted Brow Gel. This has Cotton Blossom Oil, I'm assuming, in it. And this is actually, this wouldn't be bad. Like I actually quite enjoy this product. First of all, the packaging is beautiful. It's matte. It's beautiful. The product itself is really, really great. It's got a slight tint to it. It's very light though, but it's a neutral ash toned brown. So when I did my Latina owned makeup, I did really dark brows and I put this on top and it kind of neutralized them and made them more wearable, even though I don't mind either way. My main issue, my main gripe with this, it doesn't have a scent. I got it up my nose. My main gripe with this is the size of the brush. I don't feel like brow products should have such a large brush like this. Like I feel like it makes it very difficult. And I feel like I have pretty full brows, even though they're recently just trimmed, guys. What do you think? Even though if you were to have fuller brows, this might work out, but there's really no reason for it to be double the size than it should be. Like I would love to create a brow product because I love these kind of products for my brows, especially when I'm just like quick girl quick. You can actually shape your brows with it if you're, you know, finessing the brush, but you can't do that with a product like this unless you're really, really that good, because the wand is the size of a mascara wand. There should be no reason why your brow pomades or products or brow gels have such a large brush. I like the Essence one. Is actually a really good like a brow product like this. The packaging is small, the brush is small like this. It's perfection. The Gimme Brow by Benefit is a lot more expensive, but this is a perfect dupe, by the way, guys. $2.99. Even the L'Oreal one, I don't care for the brush as much, but this is like a go-to. Like look at the size of this brush compared to the size of this brush. Like there's really no reason why this needs to be so massive. So that's my main gripe with that. So the next thing I have here is the Flawless Finish Illuminating Blush and Bronzer Duo. It comes in there's three different shades with this. The packaging I actually like. It's plastic, but it's actually really beautiful, sleek packaging. So I gotta give her that. The packaging for this whole collection, it's beautiful, very simplistic, very pretty. You could see the product. Now this right here is actually my favorite color combo out of the three. This one, the bronzer, even though it has a shimmer, it's very soft and it's a neutral, almost neutral. It's still warm. It's meant to bronze up the skin, not meant to contour. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very kind of similar to my skin tone shade. It's that kind of warmth, but not too warm. And the blush itself, it is beautiful. This is more on a coral tone because it has peachy tones and pink tones. So it is actually beautiful. A little bit goes a long way. It's so buttery. It's so smooth. It does not like fall out or anything like that. This one's in the golden pink 550 shade. The bronzer part, as beautiful as it is on me, it came out muddy. The blush part though was stunning. It's beautiful. I love this blush color for pretty much all year long. Bronzer on this is a little bit muddy on me, on my skin tone, because I feel like it's such a close color to what my skin tone is. So it is a lot warmer, more yellow based, not orangey. It's just, I don't know, the blush itself though, it's so beautiful. The powders are both very, very soft. This does have some glitters to it. Let's just say that in MAC, I'm an NC30. So if you're an NC30, you're very warm toned. It might look a little muddy on you, but the blush is freaking gorgeous. And I think this product is like 10 bucks. Next thing I have here, I actually did not like at all. It did not work for me. It did nothing for me. And this is the angled brow pencil. It has chamomile, color glides on brows for a defined natural look. I was excited because you don't really see a lot of brow products in the drugstore that come in a pen form like this. I like the packaging like this, like my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, my skinny pencil from NYX. The ColourPop eyebrow pencils are all amazing. This one right here just left something to be desired. It comes with, it's double-ended. It comes with the spoolie. I love the packaging on this bad boy. On this itself, it's almost like a teardrop triangular shape, and you get quite a bit of product. Now, trust me, if you guys saw that video, you saw that I caught a hair on this, and that was all she wrote. That was the end of that. Now, I have primer right here, so it's nice and smooth. I'm pushing, guys. I'm actually scratching my arm right now. I got no primer here. There we go. I'm pushing, guys. I don't know if you guys can see the dents that I'm making on my hand. This is hard. This is hard to get product out of. It does nothing for the brows because you start plucking your brows while you're applying this product before you even get a tint of color. Now, this is supposed to be the dark brown, medium dark. So I was expecting something a lot more darker, cool, really pretty. And I got nothing. Like, this is hard. I'm not putting this on my skin to cause irritation, to cause the hair fall out. It legit caught a couple hairs, and I was not having it. I refuse to sit there and work with something that I'm just pulling my skin. The whole eye area is very, very sensitive for me, and I just feel like it just I don't know what they were thinking. And just for the record, I don't think I got a dud, because I bought this originally really down the street from my house at that CVS, and I tried it. I was like, oh, let me swatch it, let me see if it's a good color match, because on the box it looks like a really like a warm brown. But then I'm trying to swatch it. I actually scratched my skin with it because that one was sharp, and I was like, okay, maybe I got a dried up one. So I actually exchanged it at another CVS that was like way farther than my house. It was like a good 30-minute drive, and that's a few miles. And I got nothing out of it. Like, this one was a lot less drier, but it was like digging. And she was like, oh, you know, people buy, like, they had full beautiful stock, no one's touched it, so it looked like freshly stocked. There was no dust on it, so you know that they just restocked it because it looks like people are buying it. I don't know, like, what were they thinking is the question at hand. I don't know who's this worked for, but it sure as hell didn't work for me ×2, so I'm not going to recommend this product. I just can't. And I know with every brand you get the good and the duds, so this is a dud. Okay, so the next thing I got, I actually love very, very much, and it is the velvety smooth pressed powder. This one's in the shade medium 525. It is a perfect match for me. It's perfect for pretty much, it's just my kind of powder that I would get. It's very soft and velvety. It's very, I don't know, it feels really, really good. I actually really quite enjoy this. This is something I would recommend, is the face powder. It does remind me of if you like the Revlon Naked powder, this reminds me of it. It's very soft and velvety. It doesn't even make me look cakey. It just, oh, I love it. I actually do like it. It was very, very soft and smooth, and it left my skin looking great. regardless of which foundation I tried this with, this was something I reached for. So out of the whole collection, this is like actually my favorite item, and it's a face powder. How boring, right? This thing I found that was really, really nice is actually one of their shadow sticks. It looks like there's only 2 colors. One is a more dark gray, maybe black, and this one is called Shimmering Bark, which is a brown. Again, the packaging is beautiful. You get quite a good amount of product. It rolls out. You don't have to sharpen it. This is very, very creamy. I will show you guys. It's very creamy. Like, I used it for the waterline. I feel like it blends well, but you have to catch it before it starts setting, and you get a nice blend out of it. You can easily get some patchiness if you wait too long to blend the product out like this. So this is the color. I'm just giving you guys more concentrated look of what the color looks blended and what the color looks swatched. So it's actually a really, really beautiful color. This is something that I would use when I want a simplistic smoky eye. It's very creamy. You still get quite a bit of pigmentation on it. I do feel like it sets, but it takes a little bit to set, but it's not too bad. I kind of wish she came out with different shades, like a rose gold or a bronze or a golden or champagne, anything to pop in the inner corner, because I love using pencils like this to just pop on the inner corner. I also would have loved like a bronzy, more taupey shade so that I can create like a one look, like one eyeshadow look, which I love doing with pencils like this. So next up was another thing that I just could do without. This is the Flawless Finish Naturally Luminous Concealer, again with the Tapete. It says it fully covers dark circles and it makes your skin look radiant. This is a very, right off the back, a very light coverage concealer. I don't know what they're talking about full coverage, because these bags, honey, needed help. So one thing, it's messy. Clearly I've used it. I think I'm almost done with it, to be honest. It says there's 0.10 ounces, so 3 grams of product, which isn't much. And if you had a more pigmented concealer, you wouldn't need to use so much product. This right here, there we go. You see how many times I had to click it to just get product out, and it's been used already. So this is the concealer. I do recommend something like this if you're looking for light coverage and if you're looking for something that has good ingredients to it, good skincare ingredients. This is not bad, but one, you have to click it 200 times just to get a little bit of product out, and it seems like every time you open it, you'd have to like click, 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 click. Anyway, if you're looking for a good drugstore concealer, I highly recommend checking out the Maybelline products, because Maybelline has some crazy pigmentation at drugstore prices and it works magnificent. I don't really think you can do wrong with any Maybelline concealer. It's just kind of like trying it out to see what you like and prefer. So this right here is a no for me. So the last thing I picked up was one of her palettes. This one is Neutral Expressions. It's more of the neutral one. She does have one that's a little bit more smokier, that has some blue tones, and the other one has a little bit more purples. It's kind of like the traditional setup. This came with a brush that I have no idea what I did with, but I will probably use it for my nails. The packaging is all right. It's plastic. It's kind of cheapy feeling, but it's not that bad. It has a very small mirror to it, as you guys can probably see me on my mirror. Hello. Colors, you get 6 shades. 2 are shimmers. No, 3 are shimmers, 3 are mattes. So it's a good array of shimmer to matte ratio. The problem I had with these is that they're very, very powdery, hence the fallout. I feel like the shimmer shades are not as shimmery. I will actually swatch the mattes for you guys first. This actually was my favorite shade, which was the dark matte brown, which is right there. And I'm actually going to swatch it for you guys right there. So this one right here is like a skin tone shade for me, and the yellow, of course, anything matte that's, let me see if I can get a decent swatch. The mattes were just not that pigmented except for that brown, and a test that I like to do is this right here. So that brown stood the test of time of me swiping it with my hand, so it didn't smudge, it barely dissipated, so you could definitely build something up like that and get a good smoky eye. But the other 2 shades are gone, absolutely gone. There's no coming back from that with these two. So I'm going to wipe those off and show you guys the shimmer shades. Go ahead and swatch the shimmery ones, which is this bark color right here. This, what you would presume is a rosy gold, which is my favorite with this one in conjunction, and this goldish one right here. So they're very creamy, but the moment you slightly press on it, it's like powdery. So as you can see, it's not that shimmery. This one right here, like I'm digging in there so I can get some color for you guys. I made it work, don't get me wrong. But yeah, again, that brownish one has the more pigments. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you guys. As you guys can see there. So this one, this golden one right here has some fallout that I just slapped off. And those are the colors right there. It's not that bad, but you really are going to get just a neutral eye using this palette. Again, this shade stood the test of time, and the middle shade just blended in with the brown, which was probably not a good idea, and it's all on my hand. The consistency of them are buttery and creamy, but only a couple of the shades really stick on to the eye, which is actually the two brown shades. So if you want a brown look that sticks to your eye, fine. I actually used this palette with primer. It lasted a little bit better. I used the Essence. I used the I Love Stage Essence Primer, and I also used my favorite Painterly Paint Pot, which is my boo, my old boo. So I did test these out to see how well they last with a primer. They do last a little bit better, but the pigmentation on the shimmer shades, the only ones that really look good were the browns. This one and this one. This one's really pretty, but you have to wet the brush in order to get pigmentation. This one has a lot of fallout for what it is, but you can also wet it and get a lot more pigmentation. So I don't know. Overall, it's not a bad palette. It is about $10, $10 to $11 at CVS if you want to give it a go. I didn't try out any of the other palettes, so this is the only one I tried out. Yes, that is pretty much it. I got 10 products. I tried to get everything from face to eyes to concealer to lips. With every brand, there's a great product, and then there's a not so good or a complete dud. And that happens with any brand. So please don't take this as I'm, you know, downplaying the brand or anything like that. I just feel that for drugstore, with so many companies like Maybelline and L'Oreal stepping up their game, Wet n Wild, yes, Wet n Wild is stepping up their game. If you're a woman that just does not want too much and you want the effortless look, this is definitely a collection to go for. It's very easy. Foundation, concealer, and lipstick, and you're good to go. The eyeshadows are really good, but you're just gonna get a very soft, muted look. It's not a lot of pigmentation. For me personally, I would rather invest my money on something that's like pigmented, because I can work with pigmented. I don't want to have to build up product to get pigmentation, if you catch where I'm going from. I really enjoyed trying out all these products, because then I can say for myself how I feel. I don't see a lot of reviews. I don't know if I've seen any reviews really on the Nuance products. So overall, Nuance Cosmetics carries a good line, like it carries a full line of product where you can probably find something that you're looking for. So I do recommend that if you're just a woman on the go that just wants something that has more skincare properties and you like the story behind why Salma Hayek created this brand. So overall, the packaging on this is beautiful. The presentation of it is great. There are some great products. The foundation is really good for light to medium coverage. The concealer is good as well, but it is more lightweight where you don't get a lot of full coverage, so you're not really going to cover too much of those sad eyes. The brow products were not a hit for me. The eye pencil was beautiful. It glided on. It smoked out beautifully. The shadows were okay. They're not the best. There are more drugstore variations that you can find. So that's pretty much it for my overall thoughts on Nuance Cosmetics by Salma Hayek. I hope you guys liked this video. Please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.